The glass slipped from my hand before she even finished the sentence. Everyone was laughing, music was playing, but I couldn't hear anything, just the echo of those words twisting inside my skull. I stared at her, the one person I thought would always protect me, and suddenly, I couldn't recognize her face. That night, I realized revenge doesn't always start with anger. Sometimes it begins with silence, and the sound of your own heartbeat breaking. My name is Elena Carter, and this is how the sister I loved more than my own life turned into the woman who tried to destroy it, and how I made her watch everything she built collapse, piece by piece. When I was younger, people used to say Clara and I were inseparable, two halves of the same soul. She was my anchor, my protector, my best friend. After our parents died, it was just the two of us against the world. We dreamed together, a tiny apartment, shared meals, and whispered promises that one day we'd make it big. And for a while, we did. Then I met Adam. He was charming, brilliant, and the kind of man who made you believe you were safe. Clara liked him, at first, but soon I noticed the tension. She started criticizing him subtly, then avoiding him entirely. When I got engaged, she didn't show up at the party. She sent me a text, "I'm happy for you. I just need some space." I didn't know what that really meant back then. 6 months later, I found out. It wasn't even fate that exposed them. It was a stupid accident. I had borrowed Clara's old laptop and a message popped up. A message from Adam. It wasn't work talk. It wasn't friendly. It was intimate. I opened the photos. One of them was in his apartment. She was wearing his shirt, the same one he wore the night he proposed to me. That moment broke me. I felt my world crack like glass. I wanted to scream, to destroy everything. But instead, I just left. I packed a single bag and I vanished. No confrontation, no drama, just silence. People think revenge begins with shouting or violence. It doesn't. It begins the night you stop crying. I moved to another city. Got a small job as an assistant in a law firm. Everyone thought I was rebuilding, but I was studying, learning how power worked, how contracts could ruin people, how signatures could save or destroy lives. Every hour, every late-night shift, every sacrifice, I was sharpening a blade, quietly, patiently. And then, opportunity came dressed as coincidence. A major real estate developer visited our firm, looking for a new legal consultant. They liked my attention to detail. Within months, I was handling asset contracts, investment agreements, all the things Adam used to brag about at dinner. By the second year, I had saved enough to buy a house. My dream house. The kind of place Clara and I used to whisper about when we couldn't afford heating. So I decided to invite everyone, my colleagues, old friends, and yes, Adam and Clara. The invitation was simple. Come celebrate new beginnings. They came, hand in hand, like nothing had ever happened. When they walked through the door, I felt nothing, no pain, no hate, just a strange calm. They didn't realize that everything around them, the champagne, the walls, the view, was part of the stage I'd built for this moment. Clara tried to play nice. She hugged me, complimented my success, laughed too loudly. Adam watched me, suspicious. Maybe he could sense something was off. Then came the toast. I raised my glass and thanked everyone for helping me build this new chapter. My voice didn't shake once, but just as I finished, Clara stepped forward, her smile gone. She looked straight at me and said, loud enough for the room to hush, "I've already spoken to a lawyer. From this moment on, I'm claiming what's mine." Whispers spread instantly. My guests exchanged glances. I blinked. "What are you talking about?" She smirked, lifting her chin. "This house. You used Adam's company funds to buy it, didn't you? That makes half of it ours." People gasped. Adam stayed silent, his jaw tightening. I smiled slowly. You really think you've caught me, don't you? She crossed her arms. It's not what I think. It's what I can prove. That's when I laughed. A soft, dangerous laugh that froze her. You should have read the fine print. Clara. I walked to my desk drawer and pulled out a folder. Thick, sealed, marked with her own signature. Do you remember that investment document I asked you to sign last year? You thought it was a small share transfer? She frowned. What about it? It wasn't. You signed over all joint business holdings to me. Every asset under Adam's company tied to your name. Her face went pale. You're lying. I turned to Adam. You should check your email, Adam. Your company accountant sent you something this morning. He fumbled for his phone, scrolled through his inbox, and froze. His eyes widened. She's telling the truth, he whispered. Clara's lips trembled. You set us up? I looked her dead in the eye. No, Clara, I let you show me who you were. You just walked into your own trap. The silence that followed was deafening. The kind of silence that changes people. I took a deep breath, lifted my glass, and smiled politely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I said softly, I have real guests to entertain. As I walked out of that study, I didn't feel triumphant. I didn't feel powerful. I just felt done. Because revenge doesn't taste like victory. It tastes like peace after a storm. Later that night, long after everyone had left, someone knocked on my door. It was Clara. Her eyes were red, mascara streaked. You won, she whispered. I shook my head. No, you just lost yourself. She hesitated. Was this worth it, Elena? I looked past her, out into the quiet night. Ask yourself that question, Clara. I just answered it years ago. She turned and walked away without another word. I closed the door gently behind her, leaned against it, and let the silence fill me. That night, I didn't celebrate. I didn't cry. I just stood there, realizing the truth. Justice isn't always clean. It's messy, painful, and lonely, but sometimes it's the only way to finally breathe again.